Hello all. Today's topic is types of recurrence relation equations. Now there are total three types of recurrence relation equation. First is homogeneous recurrence relation equation. Second is non-homogeneous relation equation. Next is logarithmic recurrence relation equation. Now we can solve all of these recurrence relation equations using total 6 methods. Now what are that 6 methods? First is the root characteristic method. Second is the substitution method. Third is the iteration method. Fourth is recursion tree method. Fifth is change of variable method. And last is sixth is the master's method. Fine. So first method, as our previous lecture says, we already introduced first methods. First method, that is the root characteristic method. Fine. So first of all, to understand all of these methods, we first know what do we mean by homogeneous relation recurrence relation equation. So what do you mean by homogeneous equation? If we have equation like following, like we are having equation an plus minus b of an minus 1 plus minus c of an minus 2. This is the generalized term of equation. Fine. Is equals to 0. All of these terms is equals to what? 0. That means on the right hand side we are having not any term, we are having the 0 constant term. Then that equation is called as a homogeneous equation. Now what do I mean by this? Like if we take the example like this, an is equals to 3an minus 1 plus 10 an minus 2. Fine. Now whether this equation is the homogeneous or not, first of all we will take all the a's term on the LHS side. That means our equation becomes an minus 3 of an minus 1 minus 10 of an minus 2 is equals to 0. Whether this equation is resemblance of this one? Yes. That's why this equation is called as what? Homogeneous equation. Now next, non-homogeneous equation. Now what do you mean by non-homogeneous equations? If we have the term like this, again an plus minus b of an minus 1 plus minus c of n minus 2 is equals to b to the power n into p of n. Now that means if we are having any exponential term or any polynomial term on the right hand side, then that equation is called as non-homogeneous relation equation, recurrence relation equation. Now what do I mean by this term? B to the power n is equals to exponential term, as we are having to the power n. Fine. That's why that term is called as what? Exponential term. And p of n is equals to polynomial term. If we are having example like this, an plus 6 an minus 2 minus 4 an minus 2 is equals to 2 to the power n into n square. Fine. Now if we compare, the RHS side of homogeneous equation is 0, but it is not equals to the 0. We are having some exponential term or the polynomial term on the right hand side. That's why this equation is called as non-homogeneous recurrence relation equation. Fine. Now we compare this right hand side along with the b to the power n and p of n. So if we compare this term, then b to the power n is equals to 2 to the power n and p of n is equals to n square. So hence 2 to the power n is which term here? Exponential term, and n square is here polynomial term. Fine. So this is our introduction of homogeneous and non-homogeneous recurrence relation equation. I hope you understand. If I am again repeating, if we are having on the right hand side 0 then that is called as a homogeneous equation generally. And next, if we are having on the right hand side not the zero term but any exponential or the polynomial term, then that equation is called as non-homogeneous recurrence relation equation. Fine. Like, so the first method that we already introduced in my previous lecture is root characteristic method, and we solve already one example on it. Now if in deep I want to know what can be the types of roots that is computed in the root characteristic method. So it is divided into three parts. First part of the root is called as the roots are real and distinct. Note down that roots are real and distinct one. So what do I mean by real and distinct root? If I am having three roots, which are that three root? Alpha, beta and gamma. These are the three roots that I am having, and alpha value is not equal to the beta value and beta value is not equal to the gamma value. That means any of these three values are not equal, then I can say that roots are real and distinct. Distinct means not same root. Fine. For example, I am having alpha is equals to 2 and beta is equals to 4, and I am having only two roots, alpha and beta, not gamma root. Then I can say that roots are real and distinct one. Fine. So what do I mean by that? That value is not equal. That means they are distinct root, and I am having in this example only two distinct root. So what can be the generalized formula for this equation? A of n is equals to a into alpha to the power n plus b into beta to the power n. As in our previous lecture example, we are having two roots which are not same. Then we can take this example. We can take that example as the first part, that is roots are real and distinct one. So we can take the generalized formula for that root is like this. Fine. If I am having example, we can take the values of alpha and beta in this one, we can put the values in this equation. So our resultant equation becomes a into 2 to the power n, that we are putting the value of alpha here and we are putting the value of beta here. For more clearance, if I want to take any second example, that I am taking the second example, alpha is equals to 101 and beta is equals to I can take it as 100. So these values are equal or not? No, these values are not equal. That's why we can take the generalized equation for that values is like this. So the resultant equation, my resultant equation for these values will be a n is equals to a into 101 to the power n plus b into 100 to the power n. I think the first part you understand. If the two values are not same, two or more values, if I am having third value of gamma is, if I am taking this example, if I am having the third value of gamma is equals to 104. So these three values are again different. So what is my resultant equation for this? The generalized equation for this is a of n is equals to a of 101 to the power n plus b of 100 plus c of 104 to the power n. I am adding the gamma value here just by putting c into 104 to the power n. Fine. So this is my first part of the root, that is roots are real and distinct. Fine. If my roots are real and same, this is my second part of the equation, second part of the roots, types of roots, that is second part of the root. If my roots are real and same, that means alpha value is equals to beta value is equals to gamma value if I am having the three roots there. if I am having 3 roots, alpha, beta and gamma. So what can be my resultant or generalized equation for this? A of n is equals to a into alpha to the power n plus b n, we have to take the multiplication in here, multiplication of n term here, plus n into b, n into b into beta to the power n plus n square into c into gamma to the power n. Fine. So what is my resultant equation? A of n is equals to a into alpha to the power n, as it is the first term, that's why there is no multiplication of n here. Fine. Now my second term is there, that's why this is my second term. So n goes into the multiplication, n into b into beta to the power n plus this is my third term. Fine. Third equal term, that's why n square into c into gamma to the power n. Fine. If I am having example like this, alpha is equals to beta. Fine. Now here I am having only 2 roots, alpha and beta, and alpha value is equals to beta value. Fine. So what can be my resultant or generalized equation for it? A of n is equals to a into alpha to the power n plus n into beta to the power n. Fine. As I am again repeating, alpha is my first value, that's why I am not taking n in here multiplication. From the second value I am taking the n as the multiplication factor. Fine. So a into alpha to the power n plus n into b into beta to the power n. I can rewrite the same equation like this. A of n is equals to a into alpha to the power n plus, taking b here, b into n into beta to the power n. Fine. So you can rewrite the equation like this or like this. Now if I am having the 4 roots and all the 4 roots are equal, alpha value is equals to beta value is equals to gamma value is equals to x. Fine. So what can be my resultant equation? So which is the first value? This one. So this first value cannot be put n into multiplication. That's why a of n is equals to a into alpha to the power n plus n. This is my first term, second term. That's why n into b into beta to the power n, n into b into beta to the power n plus n square into c into n square plus c into c into gamma to the power n plus n cube into d into x to the power n. Fine. So I can rewrite the same equation like this. A of n is equals to a into alpha to the power n plus b into, taking b here, b into n into b into n into beta to the power n plus c into n square into gamma to the power n plus d into n cube into x to the power n. So again I am reading a into alpha to the power n, fine, plus taking b here, b into n into beta to the power n plus c into, again taking c here, c into n square into gamma to the power n plus again taking d here, d into n cube into x to the power n. Fine. So I am taking again example for this. If I am having 2 roots and 2 are the equal roots, alpha is equal value of them is 4 and again beta is equals to 4. So this alpha is equals to beta. Fine. So what can be my resultant equation for this? This can be a of n is equals to a into 4 to the power n plus, this is my second term which is going to be repeated again. So n into b into 4 to the power n. I can rewrite the equation as a of n is equals to a into 4 to the power n plus, taking b out here, b into n into 4 to the power n. Fine. I am taking second example. This is my first example. Second example is like this. So alpha is equals to 2 is equal and beta is equals to 2 and again gamma is equals to 2. So what can be my resultant or generalized equation for this? A of n is equals to a into which is the first value, alpha to the power n, plus this is my second value. So n will be first time repeated, n into b into beta to the power n plus n square. This is my second value. Fine, that's why it is n into n square gamma to the power n. Fine, c into gamma to the power n. So what can be my resultant equation? An is equals to a into alpha's value is 2 to the power n plus taking b here, b into n into beta value again 2 to the power n plus c into n square into 2 to the power n. So this is my resultant or generalized equation for the second type, that is if roots are real and same. Again I am repeating, if roots are real and same, alpha is equals to beta is equals to gamma. If three roots are there and they are having the same value, so what can be the generalized equation for it? A of n is equals to a into alpha to the power n plus n into b into beta to the power n plus n square into gamma n square into c into gamma to the power n. Fine. Again I am repeating, if it is the first value, don't put n into multiplication. For the second value onwards, we have to put n into multiplication with the multiplication of n factor. Fine. That means first n, then n square for the third value, n square for fourth value, n cube for fifth value, n to the power 4 and so on. Fine. I think you understand this second term. Second type of the root, that is if roots are real and the same. Fine. Now third type of the root, if roots are same and distinct, that means we are having combination of first and the second. Second type, first type is roots are distinct and second type is roots are same. Fine. If the roots are distinct and same, that means alpha is equals to beta is equals to gamma. These are alpha, beta and gamma. These are the three roots. Then if value of alpha is not equal to the value of beta and value of beta and gamma is same. Fine. So how to conclude this equation? So alpha and beta is not same. Fine. So a into alpha to the power n, alpha remains same, plus beta and gamma value is same. That's why first term is beta. That's why don't put n into multiplication. For the second value onwards, we have to put n into multiplication. Fine. The first value for this is beta. That's why b into beta to the power n plus. Now we can put n into the multiplication plus n into c into gamma to the power n. Fine. So we can take example of this, that is alpha is equals to 4, beta is equals to 2 and gamma is equals to 2. Alpha is equals to 4, beta is equals to 2 and gamma is equals to 2. So alpha and beta value is not same. Fine. But beta and gamma value is same. So what is the first value for this? Beta, and second value is gamma. So what is the resultant equation? An is equals to a into alpha to the power n plus b into beta to the power n plus n into c into gamma to the power n. Fine. So a of n is equals to a into alpha value is 4 to the power n plus b into beta value is 2 to the power n plus n into c into gamma value is 2 to the power n. So this is my resultant equation for alpha, beta and gamma.